Hey, what's up, guys? Max here, and today we're going to be covering my thoughts on the new Thronebreaker difficulty rewards and kind of event quest in general. So, we just got yesterday the new Thronebreaker released a anticipated announcement that Kabam had let us release a little bit early when it comes to what was coming into the game this month. Now, a lot of us assumed because we didn't fully know the rewards and the structure that this was going to be a huge bump in rewards and maybe the difficulty was going to be crazy and just overall was a big change for the game. What we ended up getting here this month is not bad. We ended up getting very good, I would say a very good change to the game, a good direction where the game should be heading, and very appreciative from my end on what we got. After playing this game yesterday, a couple of hours ago, entering the Thronebreaker difficulty and just experiencing what this entitled and kind of how difficult it was comparing to my roster. And this is all thoughts from my personal account, keeping in mind I have a good selection of rank 4s and a bunch of rank 3s. I mean, you can literally name a champion, most likely it's probably rank 3. And if it's not, it's gonna be soon because of Battlegrounds. So I have a huge option of selection of champions. I took in rank 3s, rank 4s, mainly was using rank 4s, not because of the higher option, but because they are rank 4 champions that I like, enjoy, and using, and it just seemed to work good for the Thronebreaker difficulty. So I found it fairly easy. Mistakes made, maybe I slipped up on a swipe, dex, parry, and then I got hit and basically lost a lot of health. The only difficulty boss was 1, and overall almost all the bosses were fairly easy. Didn't really have to read a lot of the notes. Kind of like the way I was taking on Cavalier Difficulty was Thronebreaker Difficulty for me. Now, one of the things I want to go ahead and tell you, actually, let's go ahead and switch to this progression story milestone. So, as you can see, we were in Cavalier Difficulty earlier in the months, the entire year last year, and then this month of 2023, the beginning of the year, January, we got Thronebreaker Difficulty. There's still another difficulty that Kabam can introduce into the game, which is called Paragon Difficulty. A lot of the players, progression title-wise, are sitting in the Paragon. Not everybody, to be fair. A lot of us that are voicing out our concerns, and a lot of us that want that difficulty to be there are Paragon players, which have fairly large rosters and just want more difficulty, but also with that more rewards. And I appreciate and I want the rewards, which is truly one of the things I want. But I feel that the Thronebreaker difficulty, for what it is, for what we got in rewards, for what we're able to do when it comes to the difficulty and what it is here, it is actually really good. Like, if you're a Paragon player or a Thronebreaker player, I think this is a good update to the game. It's not what I wanted, it's not what I was expecting, but in general, I think it's actually a really good update. The amount of shards we're going to be able to get, the amount of rank up materials we're ever going to get. Of course, there's no units inside this, which is a bummer. And understandable how Kabam has managed that the higher tiers don't offer units, because typically the higher end players are using other sources to get units, cash, right? So the thing about this is it's all about rank up rewards and getting more champions and just growing your account when it comes to Thronebreaker. That is the way I see it. That is the way that I'm being pitched, I guess, this Thronebreaker difficulty when it comes to its rewards. Will I be doing this every month? Yes, I will be. This is the new Cavalier difficulty for me going forward. Now, what I'm worried about, or what I was comparing to earlier this morning, I went into Cavalier difficulty and I tried to go and just do an auto fight. I wanted to see how difficult it was when it comes to Cavalier difficulty. I went in there and just ran into chapter 1.1. It is not rank 4s cannot really take on this difficulty with auto fight. You might be able to create a team that just works out best, but overall I think you want to take control of this fight. Does it require your attention? Not at all. This is the cool thing about Cavalier Difficulty, at least early thoughts in just chapter 1. I mean, we're going to find out more as I go deeper into it, but it just requires a very minimal attention. Fights are being finished within like 40 hits and you move on, so really quick fights. Take up a champion that ramps up, that hits hard like Hercules, very little ramp up, and you should be able to clear a lot of the items inside here fairly fast without really focusing in on the difficulty. Now, again, a player like with my account went into uncollected and just wanted to see how that was can I autoplay this? Can I can I place autoplay and just walk away and let the game do the story for me or the event quest for me? Uncollected, yes. You still might want to take control over the boss fights a little bit if you just don't want your team to maybe possibly KO because of the node. But yes, you can get away with uncollected, just going through the content and just letting it autoplay. I found it fairly easy. I did not go ahead because once I figured out that uncollected would work that way, I didn't go ahead and conquer and try the same or proven. Did not do those two, but I'm assuming that they're the same. Okay, I can, with my account roster type, I can go in there and autoplay and just, why would I want to even consider that? Because of the units. The only reason why I would want to do this is if I'm really trying to pick up every single unit in the game. Here's where you find 5 units, 10 units. Contender is also an area where you can find a couple of units, I believe 5 to 10 units. The units really stop showing up after uncollected, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, after uncollected is where you really don't get any units. But of course, you get more units and uncollected. So the idea, if you're going to be spending your energy, is to go uncollected, then conquer. And then if you even have energy to do the other two, maybe do them. But I really doubt it. You might. But here, we're going to do a comparison to where you should be spending your units, your energy, based on if your goal is units when it comes to just overall in the game. That video is coming up next, or soon, I should say. But overall, that is my next topic of worried. My next topic is the energy consumption. Now that we have Thronebreaker, if you look at the energy consumption per chapter, it's 2 units per tile, 2 energy, 2 energy, and 3 energy. And Cavalier ends up being exactly the same. 2. They're locked at the moment, but 2 and 3, and then we have uncollected, which is going to be the same, 2 and 3. So making it very expensive when it comes to where your consumption of energy is going to be looked at. What I would ask Kabam here to do, and probably some of the feedback that I will give them, is we need another source of energy, and not a source where you go ahead and buy energy for units, which I get. We can do that in game, and we can buy it for 30 units, a full energy refill. We need progression. We need energy maybe fitted into the event quest, especially when we still have side quests, that there's a possibility. There's been times where it's not consuming energy, but there's times that it does. Even though it consumes very little energy at 1 energy a tile, it is still energy that's being consumed, whether it's an event quest, side quest, battlegrounds. And you can be like, Max, well, you can go Elder Marks. Come on, what are you doing? You just use your Elder Marks. Well, if I were to do that only in battlegrounds, I would be broke when it comes to my units. I wouldn't have anything to consume and just really play the game. So overall, early thoughts, beginning of the month. I want to do a follow-up video on this, is how I'm feeling. Of course, by the end of the month, my feelings might change because of how my experience was with this content. But right now, I think this is in the right direction, where we should be seeing Paragon Difficulty come towards us, hopefully fairly soon. Hopefully Kabam does not wait an entire year, and we're talking 2024, to see Paragon Difficulty. I think Thronebreaker Difficulty should have been here months ago. This was really delayed. But when it comes to Thronebreaker difficulty of the content and the rewards, they seem to match up very well. The amount of difficulty and the amount of rewards we're getting for where we're at in the game at the moment seems okay. You know, it doesn't seem like it's game breaking, doesn't seem like it's not worth it. It just seems okay. Is it late? Yes. Was I expecting something differently? Yes. Was I expecting Paragon difficulty? Was I expecting those? Yes. But as I sat back and looked at the tiers that is in game at the moment, unfortunately, Thronebreaker had to be before Paragon. Now I'm hoping that Kabam is working towards Paragon as we get 7 stars in the game, as we get other rank 5s availabilities in the game, and that becomes a thing. Paragon hopefully has rank 5 materials, hopefully has rank 2 7-star materials, and where the difficulty has been increased, where we all have a bunch of rank 5s and we can go in there and complete Paragon difficulty because of our account sizes. Now, let me know your thoughts. How do you feel with the progression, the Thronebreaker difficulties, Cavalier, how easy it is in Cavalier and Uncollected now? Let me know how you feel. Are you easy progression? What are you going to be focusing on? That's all really good data for me to just keep munching up and just kind of observing and just remembering for the next video. Of course, it's always great to stop by the live stream and just let me know there too as well. That's super cool. But yeah, those are my early thoughts on this Thronebreaker difficulty rewards, and especially energy consumption wariness, because we really don't want to have, there's not much energy besides solo event quests, alliance event quests, that we get energy through there by just completing content. And if you're free to play, it makes it even worse to figure out where you want to do what is best for your account. So good luck out there, summoners, players, figuring out where you should be focusing on. Again, everybody's account is different, and you really got to look at your account and what you want to get out of this month overall, whether it's side quests, event quests, battlegrounds, arenas. You know, I think that more choices and options are good. It doesn't feel overwhelming. I'm not stressing or feeling crazy like I got to do them all. I feel like, you know, I got to figure out what's best for my account. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think of this video? I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Peace.